What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Guys, if you didn't know, last night we played on our first ever offline event for MK1, or any game for that matter, and it was an amazing experience. We showed out, performed quite well, and since I couldn't record the tournament matches, I was hoping I could give you guys a little story time so that I could tell you guys how it all went. So it all started when we got there. We got there early, and it was amazing. The atmosphere, everybody was sitting down, playing friendlies with other people, playing different games. All the booth with memorabilia. It was a super sick experience on itself. And then it came time for the tournament to start. So naturally, I was kind of nervous, but thankfully, every single opponent that I faced was super nice. Everybody was super wholesome, and everybody was just there to have fun, compete, and enjoy the game they love. So when the first match starts, I decided to try out my Sindel for the first time in a competitive environment, and I'm super proud of how that turned out. My Sindel showed out in the first match with a nice 3-0 victory. So after that first match, I didn't really have a break. I stayed on the setup because my next match was up, and I got matched against this reptile, and my goodness, was this guy a good reptile. He, not only was he a good reptile, he as a player was super smart, doing all the right choices, and I got 3-0'd. I just didn't do what I needed to do to counter reptile. I was making the same mistake over and over of whiffing my pokes, and reptile's low starter is super good at punishing that. So I got 3-0'd. I moved on to the losers bracket. And at this point, I was like, hey, it's okay. Whatever happens, I'm here to enjoy it. But I'm not going to give up. So I wait a little bit. And now it's time for me to play my first losers match. This losers match, it was pretty intense because it went down to the wire. It was my Sindel versus my opponent's General Shao. And it was super intense. We got a game 5. I fixed the little mistakes I was making and adapted, pulled through, got the win 3-2. Then after this, I got 2 more matches in the losers bracket before making it to top 16, and I pulled through, performed pretty well. I 3-0'd both of my opponents, both of my matchups, and after that I was just over the moon, so happy because I got top 16 in my first ever tournament showing in an offline event. So I was so proud, I was like, whatever happens now, I'm proud of myself. I'm giving my best. So at this time, it was time for a break. So me and my parents just went around checking out the booths in the event, and we went outside and started checking out what was around the convention center where the event was taking place. So just enjoying the day, making the most of it. But then it came time for the top 16 to start. Now, we were supposed to go on the big stage, but the tournaments that were already on the big stage for other games were a little bit delayed. So we had to wait a little bit till those tournaments were over. So we played our first match of top 16 in the normal setups instead of the big stage. So now it's time for my first top 16 match, and I went against a Sub-Zero, and I pulled through, got the win 3-1. All of these matches have been with Sindel so far. The only other character I used was Liu Kang, and it was when I got 3-0'd, I lost 2, and then I switched to Liu Kang to try to counter reptile, but it didn't work. So I'm sticking to Sindel this whole tournament. And so I pulled through in my first ever 12-16 match. I get the 3-1 victory over the Sub-Zero, and I was over the moon at this point. I'm like, I can't believe in my first ever showing I'm 1 match away from getting top 8. And so after that match, we waited a little bit more.
Alright, let's go.
And till the other tournaments end, and they set up the big stage for the MK players. So we're waiting and waiting, and now it's finally time for the top 16 to start. We see a couple of matches on the big screen, on the big stage. Insane matches. Shout out to everybody playing. Everybody was cracked. And now it comes time for us to make our big stage debut. And we go against the Reiko, which, if you guys don't know, it's
nice.
my most hated character in this game. I just feel like it requires absolutely no skill. It's all cheap staggers, command grabs, and spamming, like no depth whatsoever. So I just really dislike Reiko in this game. But we go against the Reiko. I tried Sindel at first, but instead of using the Kung Lao cameo as I have been doing, I switched to the Sub-Zero cameo just to counter the spam. It didn't work out too much because since Reiko stars hit 3 times, it takes away your Sub-Zero immunity pretty quickly after like around 2 projectiles. So I was like, maybe I should switch up. I fought against Reiko's online, and usually Liu Kang's my best character so far that I've tested out against Reiko. So I decided for the first time in the tournament to go away from Sindel, and I switched to Liu Kang. So first I went with Kung Lao for the cameo, and I actually got a win. So now it's 2-1, and my opponent decided to switch to the Sub-Zero cameo. So even though I won with the Pro Comp rules, I was able to switch cameos. So, and he went with Sub-Zero so that I couldn't zone him out myself. And I decided to switch to Sub-Zero too so that he couldn't zone me out. So it would be like a more balanced fight. So the match starts, and we play pretty well. It was still intense, and we pulled through and get the second win. And at this point I'm like, man, I'm praying. I'm like, you know, at least I didn't get 3-0'd. I proved myself. I'm super happy with whatever the result is. So, you know, let's go. The decisive moment. We go into game 5, sorry. We go into game 5. And man, it was so intense. At the end of the day, we lost. And we were that close to almost reverse 3-0ing Reiko to clutch the top 8 spot.
Oh my goodness, that was so
man, it was like, I was still very happy with the results. I was still very happy, very grateful to God for the opportunity.
Nice.
Man, it was such an amazing experience.
Okay.
I do wish I would have made top 8 because, man, it would have been so hype with everybody watching to have been able to clutch up and come back from 2-0 to reverse sweep. But hey, I cannot complain. It was an amazing first experience. We showed out. Super proud of my Sindel. I really wanted to use Sindel well, and I feel very confident in my Sindel now. Super happy with that. My Liu Kang too. It was just an amazing experience. So shout out to everybody who made it possible. You know, to the first attack people. Thank you for the experience. And I really can't wait to do it again, man. I really can't wait to do it again. It's my dream to go pro in this game, be a competitive player, and to have that big of a showing out, my first ever tournament, it really gave me a boost of confidence. And man, I keep saying it, but I like, it doesn't make it any less true. I'm just so happy with everything, how everything went down. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching the video, for hearing me out of my story. I'm super excited about what's to come in the future. And with that, I'll leave you with the rest of this video for you guys to enjoy this last match of this set against this very sweaty Liu Kang. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one, alright?
No, I did it wrong. I was too far. Let's go. My hate confirming's on point. Oh, dude. Let's go. I know I need to use all 3 bars. I'm like, nah, bro. Okay, nice. Get him in the corner. No bar, but I have Kun Lao. No, I didn't grab. No way, man. It didn't grab, dude. The game kind of sold me right there. That was my best chance. Oh, dude, I gotta stop doing, like, I gotta start reacting to that. Nice, good combos. He always does forward grab, but the thing is, I didn't even try to tech that, I tried to poke. If I got my turn back, I had a chance. I have 3 bars though. Finish something with. Yes, come on, hit confirm me. That's clutch, that's clutch. Yes. One. GG's, dude. Oh my goodness. GG's, bro. Ah, he left, dude. Well, did he or did he just lag? Dude, that was a crazy set, I can't even lie. Good stuff, bro, good stuff.